And she looked back over her shoulder, pointed at the sign hanging up on the wall. It said, everything's gonna be alright.
Hey y'all, this is Tim Flood from Rural Land Watch, and I'm bringing you another great property today. This property is located in Anderson County, Texas, near the small town of Frankston. So let's get right into it. Let's open up Google Earth. Here are the three lots. These lots are actually in a, this is a little different for us because this is in an HOA. We don't normally bring you properties in an HOA, but after looking at this one, we decided to. I'll talk about that in a little bit, but this is lot 242, 243, and 244. In Frankston Properties number 2. Well, where are these properties? Let's do what I always do, and let's zoom out so we get some context of where we're at. We're in East Texas. We're going to have to try and mark that spot. There's the little town of Athens. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because when I zoom out, I want to be able to see Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop a pin, temporary pin right there. All right? We're going to be able to see that. Athens. All right, there we go. All right. There's Dallas, and then there's Houston. So I live in Fort Worth, and this property is about 2.5 hours from me. So if you lived in downtown Dallas, it's going to be, as the crow flies, 92 miles. And then let's just say, for instance, you lived in Houston, 150 miles. If you lived in Shreveport, 108 miles. So this property is real convenient to get to. If you live in the city and you're looking for a country place or a place to get out of town for the weekend, or even if you live here in the area. This is in Anderson County. Palestine is the county seat, and Frankston is the nearest small town. And if we zoom way in again, all right, so now you got a little context. Here's Palestine. This property is north on Palestine off of 155, which is a great highway, just slightly south of Frankston. So let's zoom in here. This is Pineywoods Lake. This is Lake Frankston. Not a huge lake, but really, really nice. Now, you're going to ask me, are these properties on the lake? The answer to that is no. These properties are not literally on the lake. So this guy over here, I've met this neighbor. This is lot 241. He's the last home that is really on the lake. This guy over here is probably in lot, this is probably 240. And this house here is probably the last one that can build a dock. Or wait a minute, I guess it's going to be this one. At any rate, this property is not on the lake itself. What it is, there's a small creek back here that winds through here, and the property boundary is the backside of this. The backside of this property is the center line of the creek that feeds this Pineywoods Lake. And this Pineywoods Lake is really just charming. If we just look at it from Google Earth, you can see here's a dock here. These people have got docks. There is a public dock. So right off of 155, and then you come up here, and there's a, let's see if I can find it this way. We did some field walking and some drone footage, and we'll definitely show you the, there's a couple of public parks here that the residents get to use. All right, so here's the dam road. Anyway, might be this one. Anyway, there's a couple of public spaces that you can use. Will you be able to build on this lot? Yes. This top half here is pretty high. It's roughly about the same as these guys. And this one, you can see that people have cleared this out. You'll want to bring some equipment in here and get this thing cleared, build up your building pad. You'll be down from the road some, but that's what this guy's situation is. So if we just zoom in, you can't really see that creek from here, but it's kind of back in here. It's kind of nice. kind of a nice little creek. You could easily imagine building a little patio back off here. You could clear this out so that you could really have a nice lake view from your patio. This neighbor said there's all kind of deer and stuff in here. Um, You'll want to check the regulations. I don't think you can hunt the deer there. But anyway, nice view for wildlife from your back porch. Really a charming thing there. One of the reasons that we selected this, even though it's in an HOA, which is a little different from what we normally provide, these homes around in here are just charming like you wouldn't believe. These are really, really nice homes. So this is a kind of situation, if you want maybe a retirement home or a weekend getaway or something that you can feel safe and secure in, all of these homes around here are really, really nice. You know, sometimes out in the country, it's nice to be out in the country, but if it's unzoned and unregulated, you never know who your neighbors are going to be or what they're going to be into. Sometimes people in the country want to collect cars and trucks and tractors in their yard, and you don't see any of that here. This is a brand new home that just went in. They put in all kinds of nice xeriscape landscaping around. This looks really nice. And then nothing over here, just a really nice one. Now, a lot of what you guys have asked me, you've picked up on this, is it in a flood zone? So I found a way to download and layer over the FEMA flood zones. It's very data intensive, takes a minute anytime I zoom in or out. But here's the properties again you can see, and this creek that feeds this thing, the flood zone is back in here. So again, I think what you're going to want to do is clear out this top portion of this land next to the road, and this is where you're going to put your driveway and your home. You're going to put your back porch right up here somewhere down here, and you're going to overlook this creek. This total property altogether is 4.283 acres, and utilities are already in place because, as I mentioned, this is in an already developed area. So let's just take off that flood zone. If you want to see it, here, I'll load it up one more time. Okay, so there's the flood zone. One little corner of this property is, of course, you know, with a creek there, you'd maybe expect that, but not up here. No flood zone up here. And furthermore, this area up here is a ridge, and so this property from this Lakeshore Drive climbs up. You'll never have another neighbor over here, I don't think, nor over here, because this all climbs uphill pretty steeply. So you've got one neighbor over here, and I think you'll be pretty isolated beyond that. So what I want to do, I want to take just a couple minutes. I want to talk about a few things that surround the area. I want to start over here, and I want to make sure you look up. You can see right here, Dogwood Springs HOA. You need to make sure that you know, and you've looked at this. Here are their deed restrictions, articles of incorporation, bylaws, emergency plan, lake rules, pavilion reservation. You really want to make sure you know. The fees are less than $100 a year. The fees are $96 a year, and that's per landowner, not per lot. So you can own all three of these lots at the same price of $96 a year, and it gets you access to this little community. And here's all of the rules and regulations you're going to want to pay attention to. Again, this is not for everyone. This is more like a situation if you're looking for a place to get away for the weekend or something like that. If we want to move over here, this golf course, it's minutes away from this golf course called Pine Dunes Golf in Frankston, Texas. And if you'll look this up, Pine Dunes Golf Course, this tells you all about it. I stopped into the pro shop, and the fees are $150 per month per player, due on the first day of each month. So first and last month's December dues are due $300 plus tax. All right, and you can check out everything about the fees and dues here. Pine Dunes Golf Course, literally minutes away from your home. In fact, I'll just show you this just so you see. So right off of 155, which I said is from Palestine to Frankston Great Highway, come right in here in this gated entrance, come right up here, golf course, and you weave around. There's your property. So it's all real nice and convenient for you. Pine Dunes Golf. A little bit about Frankston, Texas. Not too much to mention there. It's a little small town. This Wikipedia entry says 1,229 people were there at the 2010 census, so this is a very small town. I thought this was interesting. Frank Beard from ZZ Top, the drummer for ZZ Top, is from Frankston, so there's that. Palestine, Texas is south there, and that's going to be a little bit bigger town. So probably for your groceries and whatnot, you're going to want to go to Palestine. 18,000 people live there, and I did see a Kroger there. I stayed the night in a Holiday Inn there. I ate barbecue there a couple times at a really nice place called Shep's. I say really nice, really good barbecue is what I mean. It's really, it kind of has that country look and feel about it, but really looks like a place where you go get good barbecue, and it is. We had some beers at a place called Pint and Barrel in Palestine, and they serve burgers. So probably for any of your socialization type activities, you're going to want to go to Palestine. This lake here is called Pineywoods Lake, and this one down here. So here's the dam, and I don't know if this is I'm gonna zoom way in here. We got some really good footage. This here is the overflow structure of the lake, and so there's some kind of a creek down here, and it looks like they just dammed this next creek up down here, and this is Lake Frankston. So again, kind of a similar situation. A lot of nice homes right here on the water's edge. But what I wanted to show you, we always talk about what great value we're bringing you in these properties. So for the 4.283 acres, the 3 lots, I'm asking $16,000, and we cannot own or finance. But when I searched up Pineywoods Lake in Frankston, Texas, it brought me up some other entries, some properties for sale, homes.trovit, Mossy Oak Properties, etc. So here's 10 acres for sale, the same area. Here's Pineywoods Lake. This is actually lot number, I saw the map here. Here it is. So this is not waterfront property by any stretch. Lot 279B is a 10-acre parcel, and they're asking $60,000 for it. We are asking $16,000 for our 4 acres. So I think we're bringing you an exceptional value with this property. You can buy this empty lot and get your weekend cabin built. Here's another one, kind of in the same area. This is County Road 3193 in Frankston. This is a 5-acre ranchette for $25,000. That's about $5,000 an acre. So, and then here's another one, kind of in this same price range. So here's another 5.3 acres, also for $25,000. So we're coming in well below market value for these 3 properties. So I just want to point out, make sure that you know, go to this Dogwood Springs HOA at sites.google.com. You can just, I'll show you how I got there. This is easy. Literally, just go to Google, Dogwood Springs HOA, top entry, sites.google.com. There it is, and then Dogwood Springs HOA encompasses the subdivisions of Texas Mini Ranches, Frankston Properties 1, 2, and 3, and this property is in Frankston Properties number 2, and 5-star subdivisions located in Anderson County, Texas, deed restricted HOA. And then if you go to Resource Center, there's all the PDF files that they have. Let's see what this lakemap.jpg is. Okay, so there it is. So then, let's see if we were to, there they are right there, 242, 243, and 244. All right, so right at the back edge of this lake. Here's your neighbor 241. I met that guy, really nice guy. But anyway, there's the 3 lots right up there, 242, 243, and 244. I do have an actual registered professional licensed surveyor survey on this property that was done in 2002, and I spoke with a man named Jerry Jones out of Frankston, and it is a valid survey, and you'll be able to lay out your property and your property lines, and you can plan where to put your weekend cabin with this survey. So I do have that. Property surveyed, utilities are right there. It's in an HOA, so they've got water, they've got electricity for you. Beautiful lake for your kids to swim in. Fish. I saw lots of boats, some big pontoon boats. The guy said there's some fish in there. So definitely looks like a nice situation for you if you're looking for a weekend getaway, retirement home. If you want an investment, again, I think I'm bringing these to you at a great price, and if you're looking to invest in land, this would be a great opportunity. So with that being said, this is Tim Flood from Rural Land Watch, and thanks so much for checking this out. We look forward to hearing from you.
All right. There ain't no doubt it's gonna work out. Come on, sing it with me. There ain't no doubt it's gonna